Luteal phase defect is a condition in which the second half of the menstrual cycle, the luteal phase, is shorter than normal. LPD is often characterized by difficulty in getting pregnant due to low progesterone levels and insufficient uterine lining or irregular or absent periods. If you have been diagnosed with luteal phase defect, then there are natural steps that you can take to boost your fertility and improve your chances of conceiving. Hi, this is Nidhi Bansal here from Medhya Herbals. We help women to gain health with all natural and holistic principles of Ayurveda. And in this video, I will share with you Ayurvedic natural ways that will help you to overcome luteal phase defect, improve your egg quality, support the levels of progesterone, and hence support fertility in a natural way. Let's get started. The luteal phase is the second half of the menstrual cycle. It begins right after your ovulation and ends on the first day of menstruation. The luteal phase is named after corpus luteum, an empty follicle from which the egg was released. Right after the release of egg, the corpus luteum starts to produce progesterone for the rest of the menstrual cycle, which helps to maintain the uterine lining, prepares it to accept the embryo, and helps it in the implantation of the fertilized egg. During the first 10 days after ovulation, the progesterone levels in the body help to promote the growth of the blood vessels in the uterus or the buildup of the uterine lining, which is how the fertilized egg or the fetus starts to get the nourishment and oxygen. Thus, the uterine lining starts to thicken up in preparation for pregnancy. However, if fertilization of the egg doesn't occur during the luteal phase, then the uterine lining which has built up starts to shed, and that happens during the menstruation part of the menstrual cycle. The length of the luteal phase varies from woman to woman. However, it usually falls in the range of 10 to 14 days. A shorter than average luteal phase, which is less than 10 days, is termed as a short luteal phase or the luteal phase defect. This short time doesn't really allow the uterus lining to become thick enough to support the nourishment and growth of the fertilized egg. The egg is either unable to implant itself on this thin uterine lining, or it is unable to stay implanted, leading to problems of staying pregnant or experiencing miscarriages. Thus, luteal phase deficiency leads to a thin uterine lining and insufficient levels of progesterone in the body, which are not able to support the growth of the uterine lining or implantation of a fertilized egg. Do note that some women also experience LPD even though they have sufficient levels of progesterone. In that case, the uterine lining is not responding to the levels of progesterone in the body. So it can either be insufficient progesterone or insufficient sensitivity to progesterone hormone of the uterine lining. If you have luteal phase defect, then the general problems observed are around fertility and difficulty in staying pregnant. There are other symptoms that women experience as a result of insufficient progesterone levels, which also lead to LPD symptoms. And some of these symptoms are spotting in between the periods, irregular menstrual cycle, short menstrual cycle, disrupted basal body temperatures after ovulation, trouble conceiving and trouble staying pregnant, problems related to low libido, sleep problems, mood swings, digestive discomforts primarily related to constipation, heaviness, and indigestion. Some women may also experience symptoms of estrogen dominance or heavy periods as a result of low progesterone or progesterone insufficiency. Luteal phase defect can result from a number of causes related to hormonal imbalances, certain medications, excessive weight gain or excessive weight loss, excessive stress, and also medical conditions such as PCOS, endometriosis, adenomyosis, uterine fibroids, hypothyroidism, hyperprolactinemia. Other risk factors for LPD involve excessive stress, aging, excessively low cholesterol levels, and even excessive exercise. In Ayurveda, LPD is considered to result from an imbalance in Vata and Pitta dosha, since both of these dosha are essential for the regular flow and proper generation of hormones inside the body. That's why any imbalances here often lead to unpredictable menstrual cycle, irregular flow during the menstrual cycle, unpredictable ovulation, and problems related to fertility and also of hormonal imbalances. That's why Ayurvedic treatment for LPD involves a systematic approach to bring your dosha back to balance, support regular functioning of the reproductive system organs, support the fertility and egg quality in women, and also balance the hormones so as to find relief from LPD symptoms in a natural and holistic way. Now let's look into the specific Ayurvedic measures that you can take to establish fertility and bring your hormones back to balance. So the first thing that you can do is to take support of Ayurvedic herbs. Ayurvedic herbs are potent medicines as well as rich source of micronutrients which help to tone up and support the function of the reproductive system organs, in specific the ovaries and the uterus. This helps to support regular ovulation, balances your hormones, provides you with sufficient progesterone levels that you are lacking, and also improves the quality of the egg for good fertility. And here are some of the herbs that you can take to find relief from LPD symptoms. Do note that these herbs are potent medicines that should be taken under the guidance of an Ayurvedic practitioner who can guide you on specific herbs and their specific usage according to your health requirements. In addition, an Ayurvedic doctor will also help you to tailor a specific treatment plan according to your health needs, and this treatment plan involves dietary changes, specific foods that can help you to establish fertility and hormone balance, and also a lifestyle routine that will help you to support your health, hormone balance, and fertility going forward. The second thing that you can do is to take in a healthy diet. There are specific foods that help to improve the quality of the egg and also improve the level of hormones inside the body. That's why when you are working on luteal phase defect or problems related to infertility, then do make sure to include these foods in ample amounts so that you get the sufficient nutrition support to put your health back on track. Now, while talking about foods that help you to establish your fertility, here are the specific foods that involve sufficient amounts of complex carbohydrates, because they contain a lot of vitamins and minerals that you need for proper functioning of the reproductive system organ and for a regular menstrual cycle. You also need sufficient amount of healthy fats and proteins, which are essentially the raw material of the ovum or the egg, which is released during the menstrual cycle. And you also need a lot of antioxidants in your diet, which will help you to cut the inflammation and find relief from any kind of pain and hormonal imbalances that are disturbing the normal functioning of your reproductive system. The third thing that you should do is to get rid of all the bad foods that influence the balance of hormones, further disturb the levels of progesterone in your body, and also create conditions of inflammation and thus promote infertility. Some of these foods are processed foods, excessive amount of sugar, chili, caffeine, dehydrating foods which are devoid of any nutrients, and unnatural food substances which are involving a lot of chemicals, preservatives, synthetic colorings, and fragrances. The fourth thing that you can do is to be acquainted with your menstrual cycle. Chart your menstrual cycle either manually or with the help of online apps that will guide you on specific phases of the menstrual cycle in which you are moving at specific times. You can also do basal body temperature called BBT charting to know when you are ovulating and hence determine the length of your luteal phase, thus to know whether it is normal or not. This kind of practice will really put you on top of your health and also know what is happening inside your body. It will also help you to plan pregnancy going forward. The fifth thing that you should do is to stay relaxed, get rid of all stressful factors that are disturbing the normal functioning of your hormones. Excessive physical or mental stress is one of the major causes of LPD in the patients that we see at Medhya Herbals. You can get physical stress due to excessive physical activity by involving on work which is keeping you busy day in and day out without getting any freedom of thought, and you can also get physical stress by staying hungry for extended periods. Mental stress, on the other hand, is caused by a lot of emotional distress or a very fast-paced lifestyle which does not give you a break at all. That's why it is important to recognize what is a stress-causing element in your specific case and thus take specific measures to find relief from it. The sixth thing that you can do to find relief from symptoms of LPD and low progesterone levels is to get rid of all the stimulating substances such as caffeine, alcohol, and smoking. All of these disturb both Vata and Pitta dosha to a large extent. They create lot of dryness and restlessness and disturbance inside your body in an unnatural way. Your body goes through ups and downs at a very fast pace, which it is not able to handle. That's why it is really important that you reduce and remove these substances from your current lifestyle, specifically if you're planning for pregnancy, so as to give your body sufficient time to get rid of all these substances before you actually conceive. So that was all. I hope you found it useful. Do write to me for any comments, feedback and suggestion. I'll get back to you. Do subscribe to Medhya Herbals channel so that you stay updated with the latest Ayurvedic health tips that I share over here. And do like and share this video with all who will find it useful. I will see you soon in the next video. Until then, bye.